What's up, everyone? Criddle here, and I wanted to talk about the Monster Hunter open beta that's coming out today for the PlayStation 5. So you'll be able to download this game right now and be able to play it this evening at 11 p.m. Eastern or whatever time that is for you. So definitely go and check that out. And I was going to wait and do some coverage for Monster Hunter down the road, but since the open beta is out, figured why not start now. We could start making some videos all week this week about the different types of weapons. Hopefully we'll be able to use all of the different weapons to do the different hunts. So that's going to be the goal here. But I wanted to talk about the open beta now and kind of go over how to get into it. So if you are on the PlayStation 5, you can actually go ahead and download it now. If you are on Xbox or Steam and you want to play it on that, you do have to wait until October 31st to play it. However, you'll be able to download it on October 30th, which is on Wednesday. I believe at 8 p.m. you'll be able to start downloading it. So this is the beta test. What they're planning on doing for the beta test is it's going to be mostly just a technical run, making sure everything works properly, and do a stress test of the servers to see, make sure everybody can connect with each other. Of course, starting out with the PlayStation 5, there will be no crossplay because there's only going to be the PlayStation 5. But then starting on Thursday, which is October 31st, you'll be able to play with Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam players all together, and they want to be able to test all of that. So that's kind of what they're going to be going for. In the open beta, there are a couple different content things available. The main one that is going to carry over, the only one actually that is going to carry over into the final game is going to be the character creation. So you can spend all the time that you could possibly want on character creation, and usually character creation is not super robust in Monster Hunter games. However, in this case, it looks like it's a little bit more in depth than it used to be. Some of these characters look really, really well done. I've seen a few pictures of different characters that people have made, and they look fantastic. You can also do your palico over here, so you can make your palico look however you want. I believe the palico is a little less features than your main character, but we'll see how that turns out. And then we have the story trial. So in the story trial, you'll be able to experience like the beginning of the story and go into do a fight against a catacabra, I believe, or a Chatacabra. I'm not really sure how to pronounce a lot of these names, but I'm going to do my best. But the Chatacabra hunt, and it's going to go over the basic tutorials and get a feel for the different weapon mechanics, which is going to be awesome because you can switch between two different weapons in this one, which is different than previous games where you only had one weapon at a time. Now you'll be able to switch between two different weapons. And then it's also going to be doing the experience the seamless transitions from cutscenes into gameplay. And I think this is where your character customization might come in handy or whatever, or it might be awesome because your character is going to be going from cutscenes into gameplay and back and forth. And I don't know how often that's going to happen, but we're probably going to see a lot of our character during the story of this game. So you might want to make your character look the way you want them to. You don't just hit that random button and get some weird looking, I don't even know what kind of things could possibly happen. But so that's going to be testing all that kind of stuff out. I'm really interested in seeing that and how the cutscenes are going to transition, and hopefully that is a very smooth transition between the two. I don't think they've done that before in a Monster Hunter game that I can remember. Then after you finish that, you'll be able to do the Doshaguma hunt. Doshaguma, I believe is how you pronounce that, where you will be able to go out and do this is going to be the only hunt, the only repeatable mission, as far as I understand, where you can go out and test all the different weapons. And again, hopefully we can test all of the different weapons and be able to go through and try them all out, because I do want to do a video on each one and see which ones I like and which ones you guys may like. So we'll be doing all that. And then you'll be able to test out the SOS Flare, which will summon in some friends. In this case, we have 3 NPC friends that can actually join us and help us with a hunt, or you can join up with some other friends, be it through party system. Maybe you have some friends that you want to invite directly, or you can just get some random other players to join you to help you out. So we'll be testing all of that kind of stuff out. The test period, as I've already said, starts today or tonight for PlayStation 5, and it goes through Wednesday, October 30th at basically 8 p.m. Pacific time, which is going to be 11 p.m. Eastern time or whatever it is for you. Then they're going to take the servers down, it looks like, for 24 hours, and then bring them back up on Thursday at 8 p.m. For all three systems, so the PlayStation 5, the Xbox, and Steam all at once. This is where we're going to switch over, and we're probably going to play some more on Steam. I'm curious to see the difference between a PS5 performance and the Steam or PC performance. I'm thinking that, the PS5 is probably going to be locked at 60 frames, and Steam will probably, hopefully, have it be able to unlock frames, and I would prefer in a fast-paced action game like this to have the most frames possible. So I'll probably be playing it mostly on Steam, but we're going to see the difference between the two and see if there's any exclusive stuff for the PS5 or PlayStation that I might play it on that, but most likely Steam. Conditions for participation, all you have to have for this is you have to have the PlayStation Plus or I believe Game Pass for Xbox, or for the Steam version, I think you just have to have this right here, this open beta operation environment Steam version, which I believe comes as a default, but if it doesn't work for you, then you may want to go and download this. But I've played many of betas, tests, and open betas and demos and things like that, and I've never had an issue. So I don't think I need to do anything here, but if you have an issue, you might want to come here. But as far as PlayStation or Xbox, I believe you do need to have the PlayStation Plus or the Game Pass. And the PlayStation Plus Essentials, or whatever the bottom tier is, should be fine. They haven't said anything about having to have some of the higher tiers, because I know there are like 2 or 3 different tiers for PlayStation Plus. And Game Pass Core or Ultimate, and then PlayStation Plus subscribers. It doesn't say down here if Essentials, which I'm assuming. So these two, Game Pass Core is basically the PlayStation Essentials. Anyway, moving on. How to participate. So you can go and you can download the game right now today for the PlayStation 5. Just go right here and click on the PlayStation Store, or go to the PlayStation Store on your console itself. And then on Thursday or Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific, you'll be able to download it from the PlayStation Store, Xbox Game Store, or PC. So you can pre-install it and be ready for the next day, which is going to be October 31st at 8 p.m. is when everything will go live. I did not mean to hit that. And then required specifications, all this kind of stuff. You do need to have 29 gigabytes of free space on your console, whatever console that may be, or operating system. And then you get some participation bonuses. This is another nice feature that a lot of companies are doing now, where you have bonuses if you participate in their open betas, kind of as a thank you for helping us test. And in this case, we get an open beta test bonus pendant. This will be able to show off and wear on your character. And then you also get a small bonus pack of some items. Not really a huge benefit, but may get us through a couple of the harder fights early on. Help us get through some of that so we don't have to go and, gather up too much extra stuff. But ultimately, these things are not going to be, make or break. But this is a very cute little pendant that you can get. So I do recommend trying to get that, or playing to get that. Transferring your data over, like I already said, you'll be able to transfer your character creation data, and you can see here that, there's some really cool looking characters that you could make, and your Palico can look very, very different. So I'm really looking forward to messing around with that quite a bit, even though, like I said, there's not a whole lot of reason to have to spend a lot of time on character creation in a Monster Hunter game, because you generally get covered up by all of your armor and everything anyway. But who knows? Maybe there will be a reason, and I'm going to make that fun for now. Button guide, we're going to skip this for right this very second. We're going to come back to that in a second. Points of caution, nothing you really need to take a look at there. And then other than, things could change is basically what they're trying to say here. It possibly could change. And it can only be played online. Survey requests. So after you have played the game, they are asking for us to do a survey, and you'll get one of these icons for doing a survey. So super cool there. You just go here, click on this, and do the survey. Obviously, I would recommend not doing it on October 29th if you haven't played the game yet. Maybe you have it on Xbox or Steam and you haven't been able to play it. But play the game and then do the survey. It's really going to help out the devs if you do that. And hopefully they listen to our feedback if there's any major feedback that we want to give them. Back up here to the button guide. This is probably the best part about this whole thing, is this goes over a lot of information on the game itself, how it's different from previous Monster Hunter games, how the controls are different, those kinds of things. So this is going to be your basic hunting stuff, and you can look through all of this if you want to. But what I do recommend doing is coming right here and looking at the official web manual. This has a ton of information in it. So choose the platform you're going to be playing it on. I'm just going to choose PS5 for right now, and we're going to go with English. And this gives you so much information, like recommended reading here, gives you the Welcome to Monster Hunter Wilds, which gives you just, character creation and some other things that you can do, creating your palico, changing your appearance, those kinds of things. And then another thing that I really like, if we can go back here, there we go. So this gives you your new features. This is really awesome. So we can kind of get an overview of all the new features, how they work, that kind of stuff. So, very beneficial there. And then your basic controls. I personally prefer controller when I'm playing Monster Hunter games, or really any third-person ARPG style games, third-person action, anything. Controller just seems to be a lot better, but it does give you the keyboard controls over here. And I have played Monster Hunter games with keyboard. I believe I played Monster Hunter Worlds with keyboard, and I just did not like it. So you can see what the controllers are going to be like, and I assume that we're going to be able to modify these to our liking. But this goes over how to use your different types of controls based on you have your weapon out, you have you're on your mount, those kinds of things. So you can kind of review and get ready for all that. And then you have your frequently asked questions here. So definitely go if you're planning on checking this game out. Maybe you're new to Monster Hunter, you don't really know what it's about, or you're a veteran to Monster Hunter, then this is the place to be, because I have played Monster Hunter many, many years, but I still consider myself to be a casual Monster Hunter gamer. So we're going to go over every little bit of Monster Hunter, from the easy stuff all the way through to the nitty-gritty veteran player kind of stuff. Hopefully we'll bring out some more content about that as we go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to check me out over on Twitch. I'll be playing and streaming this game amongst all the other games that I play over on Twitch. And I'll put that description down below. So, check us out. And hopefully I'll see you there. Take care. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye.